Hello everyone and welcome to Blizzcon 2021, the opening ceremony where they do a bunch of big announcements usually. I'm interested specifically in Overwatch 2. That is the thing that I really want to see what they're doing with, because I played so much Overwatch when it came out. It was about a year and a half where I just played exclusively Overwatch. And then I dropped off and haven't touched it since.
Feeling of just knowing a game is right for you.
But I really want them to be doing something special with Overwatch 2, and I'm really hoping there is going to be a more campaign-y, you know, proper single-player campaign experience.
About it all the time, even in my sleep.
All right, Crip. Yeah, that is what I would love. And when they first announced it, like a year and a half ago, it didn't seem there was going to be some single-player stuff, but it didn't seem like the kind of campaign that I was wanting. However, it's possible that's changed since then, because I feel like they will have heard the feedback that that's what people were wanting. So who knows? Who knows? I am interested, cautiously interested, that maybe they will do the thing that I would want more than anything. Because man, the characters in Overwatch are so good, but you really only get to see them shine in terms of their actual like stories and stuff in the Blizzard animated shorts, which are fantastic. But I'd love a campaign. The other thing that I'm interested in is Hearthstone. I have been playing Hearthstone on and off for most of the time that it's existed. Had a big old break for a while, but came back for a recent expansion, Madness at the Dark Moon Fair, and it's been great. And they've been making some positive changes recently, which have made the barrier for entry a little bit lower. It's still a pretty high barrier for entry. I think they should lower it further. I think they'd get more players that way. But yeah, I'm enjoying Hearthstone again, and I am interested to see if they will announce their next expansion, which will also be a rotation of cards, and they're mixing some things up with a whole new base set.
I managed to find that one hidden pylon with my one Mutalisk.
That looked cool. I have no idea what that was, but that looked really cool. Some Diablo thing, I guess. Sorry, I've been talking over these guys a lot. I imagine they're not saying anything too important, is my guess. Also, sorry if I sound a little bit out of breath. I lost track of the time, and finished up eating dinner and checked the time, and it was 2 minutes until BlizzCon started. And I had to run faster than I have ever run before, upstairs, get my recording stuff set up, get sat down, get going with 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That was quite the rush there. So
many years ago, I was doing a quest in Terracar Forest, and a lovely little mage came up and said, "Would you like a hand?"
And I said, "No, fuck off, mage. Do it myself."
We've been married now for over a decade.
Those video games filled a void. They filled the friendships that I didn't have. There isn't a huge LGBTQIA+ community in my city. So when I was able to play a video game, I was able to start talking with people who didn't really care that I was a gay male.
But video games were my escape. When I was a teenager, my dad was diagnosed with ALS, and I looked to video games as a way to...
How's the new World of Warcraft expansion, if anyone watching this plays it? I never have, because it's PC only, and I don't have one. But yeah, how is that going? Is it good? I know people were kind of not so happy with the previous expansion.
I don't think I would be who I am today.
But I haven't heard a ton about Shadowlands, so yeah, I'm curious what the general sentiment around it is.
And because of that, I'm forever thankful.
And I can't wait to see what the next generation holds.
Nice. Are we going to get started on the actual thing now?
Welcome.
How long was that? Like 5 minutes of nothing?
A celebration of 30 years of Blizzard communities and 30 years of Blizzard games. 30 years is so many years. And last year maybe felt like one of the longest of all. But throughout the years of Blizzard Entertainment, from 1991 to today, many of us can associate certain games with milestones in our lives. Maybe you were a little kid the first time you played The Lost Vikings. Or in high school when you first played a Diablo game. Or maybe you met your partner while you were playing World of Warcraft. That's the awesome thing about video games. They give us experiences that are relevant to the times in our lives and experiences that we carry forward with us. Games are here for us during good times, and they're here for us even when we feel alone or maybe uncertain. Games are coming home, familiar, comfortable, with a connection and a sense of belonging. And while many of us spent most of 2020 in our actual real-life homes, games became even more of a place to get away, to be free from outside concerns, even if just for a little while. So, this is pretty weird. Usually, when we start BlizzCon, the opening call is to my favorite Warcraft faction, the Alliance. Or my favorite faction, the Horde. I get confused. Usually, I'd be speaking to 40,000 of you in person at the Anaheim Convention Center and millions of you around the world.
Well, I mean, you're still going to be speaking to millions of us around the world, mate. It's a free thing to watch.
But nothing about the last year has been usual. The pandemic has been hard on everyone, and for many different reasons.
This dude does a good job of coming across as a not douchey CEO, even though he absolutely is a douchey multimillionaire CEO. Like, some of the stuff this dude has done in the past, shithouse, mate. And yet he manages to still come across like he's, you know, one of the gamers, you know, on stage. But it's like, I know you're a douche.
From sharing our latest epic gaming story. We're celebrating those of others. Games continue to unite us.
Like, you can't imagine Bobby Kotick or Andrew Wilson,
To be honest,
doing something like
I wasn't
this.
sure how well Blizzard could
They
work
come
from
across
home.
like fucking
There are thousands
satanic
of people
robots.
all needing to work together in creating our universes, games, and experiences.
Draw those devil horns on Bobby Kotick's
Never
head.
has it felt more true that it takes a Blizzard to make a Blizzard game. And in 2020, it became clear that the magic of creating a Blizzard
Is it a good
isn't
time to
just
say it
tied
takes
to
a
a
Blizzard
physical
to make a
location.
Blizzard game when, like,
It's
parts
tied
of
to the
America
people who work
are
here.
freezing to
And
death
I
right now?
continue to be so proud of each and every one of them.
I don't know if we
Thank
should
you,
be, like,
We
making
create these
Blizzardy
games
jokes right now.
and pour all of our energy and heart into them. But it is you, the Blizzard community, that brings them to life. And that's why BlizzCon Line is a celebration of you, the guild leaders, healers, DPS, tanks, innkeepers, Zerg, Terran, Protoss, Blackwatch, Shimada, the heroes
That is
of
a good
Sanctuary
Genji outfit.
and of the Storm.
That was a good Genji outfit.
These next few days are for you, our Blizzard community. For World of Warcraft, we'll be showing you what's next for both Shadowlands and Classic.
Oh yeah, they're going to
I'm sure
release
you're
the
all
Burning Crusade.
burning in anticipation for that one.
Yeah, there's that hint. They're going to be releasing the
Hearthstone
Burning
is getting
Crusade
back
for
to its
Classic.
roots in a major way.
I'm very curious.
Can't wait to show you how.
I'm very curious how far they're going to take World of Warcraft Classic,
also
because
have news
after they release
for
a few
our Diablo
expansions,
community.
it's just not Classic
Some
anymore.
of you
It's just
were
World of
able
Warcraft.
to dip your toes into the depths of hell in the Diablo Immortal Technical Alpha. I
Do you guys
personally
not have
really
phones?
enjoyed seeing players embrace the multiplayer aspect of meeting in town. We can't wait for more of you to get your hands
We can't wait to make absolute fucking bank on
only
the
the beginning of the year,
microtransactions
and
we're
already
going to
there is
stuff
so much to
into
look
our
forward to,
mobile Diablo
even
game.
though we
We
can't
can't
yet be
wait
together in
to be
person.
rolling in the fattest of
The
stacks.
Overwatch League will be kicking things off in spring, and we'll be watching closely to see if the San Francisco Shock can continue their championship run. World of Warcraft esports is back. With
Lamau,
the
did they really
Arena
just
World
like go talk
Championship
about stuff coming to
and
various games,
Mythic Dungeon
and then went to
International
Overwatch, talked about
already
esports,
in
and
full
then moved
swing
on?
in Shadowlands.
Tell us about Overwatch 2, you
StarCraft 2
motherfucker.
and Warcraft 3 esports are going strong with our friends at the ESL Pro Tour. And qualifiers are already underway for the first online stop of the 2021 Hearthstone Masters Tour, with the first event taking place next month. But before we get too far ahead, let's take a look one last time to when times were a little simpler. In the early 1990s,
Back when
the
I was
internet
born.
was a baby. CD sales had finally eclipsed cassette tapes.
Back when I didn't know what the fuck was going on with anything, because I was 1 year
music
old
would get recorded on,
and
and sometimes
couldn't
you
understand
use a pencil
shit.
to wind it and make it tight. I know, it sounds crazy. We were all playing video games on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, DOS, or Mac PCs. I personally was a master.
Not many
of Big
people
Sis
playing games on Mac
Auto Exec
PCs, mate.
So many simple things in simple times. If only we could relive them.
The stage is set. The green flag drops. Let the carnage begin. Holy Toledo! What a collection!
The Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, and I missed the last one. Blackthorn. Wow, these sure look like things I will never ever play.
What a play!
Man, I know there's nostalgia for these things from the people who were around when these came out and did enjoy them, but boy, can I not see why you'd want to play them today with the absolute wealth of options available to you. I just can't see why you'd ever want to choose to play this.
Whoa!
But there are people that do. That's why they're making it, because the demand is there, and it blows my mind, honestly. No PS5 or Series X or S versions? Interesting.
The Blizzard Arcade Collection.
Is it really that
featuring
hard
the
to
Lost
develop a
Vikings,
slightly
Rock
higher
and Roll Racing,
res and more
Blackthorn?
powerful version for
These are
current gen?
ports of the games,
Is that like
just
actually
as
a
you
difficult
remember
thing? I guess it is.
allowing you to
I guess it must be.
relive the original experience of all three titles in 13 different languages, with a couple of quality of life upgrades. As an example, we include very modern, cutting-edge functionality that wasn't available in the early 90s, both saving and loading of games. And for
Wow.
those of you who purchased any Blizzard Digital Anniversary Bundle via Battle.net, you'll automatically receive the Blizzard Arcade Collection on PC today.
Get fucked if you're not a PC gamer, I
Ready
guess.
to hear about some other video games? Let's hear what's next for World of Warcraft.
Okay, I'm interested. I don't really know that much about what's going on. I know that I fucking love World of Warcraft
Hello, everyone.
cutscenes.
Thanks for joining
Gorgeous
us today.
stuff.
No matter where you are, World of Warcraft.
And I know that Shadowlands is like the World of Warcraft
Whether you're
afterlife or
exploring
something.
the Shadowlands, Classic Azeroth, or another part of the Blizzard universe, I'm glad you could make it. Because we've got a lot of good stuff to show you. But first,
How tall do you reckon
let's start
John
with some
Height
Covenant
is?
Pride. Kyrian, take flight. Night Fae, let the hunt begin. Necrolords, to war!
Okay, someone needs to make a meme out of that.
Let's party.
Necrolords to
The world has
war!
thrown a lot at us since the last BlizzCon. And the thing that's really kept everyone going on the WoW team has been
Is the
connecting
thought
with
of
all
making more money
the
by
bonds
turning
we've
up to
forged
work.
with our guilds and family and friends in WoW are powerful and real. As WoW enters its 16th year and Blizzard celebrates its 30th
16th
anniversary,
year, that's pretty
we're
nuts.
so grateful to have the most dedicated and friendly communities in gaming.
I think Final Fantasy
Let's
14's
recap the events
hitting a
in Azeroth.
decade about now. which
In
is
WoW
my
Classic, we
MMO
fought
of
an
choice.
endless battle for South Shore and Torren Mill. We banded together to open the gates of Ank'Raj and joined forces to take down Kel'Thuzad in his floating citadel of Naxxramas. In Shadowlands, we helped our Covenant recover from the Anima drought, brought on by Sire Denathrius, master of the Vinthier and traitor to the Pantheon of Death. We survived the halls of Torghast and crafted legendary gear in our efforts to expel Denathrius from his castle lair.
Get fucked on, Denathrius.
But innocent souls are still wrongfully being sent to the Maw. They face an eternity of torment.
They're being
and
sent to the
heroes
Maw?
like Anduin
Oh no,
remain chained in its
6. You need to
depths.
get on that.
The jailer continues to grow in power. He's preparing to break free from the Maw and complete his plan to unmake the entire Warcraft universe.
I bet he'll lose.
And Sylvanas. You may be wondering what she's been up to all this time.
Getting
Today,
redemption, I think.
We're excited to unveil our first major content update for Shadowlands, Chains of Domination.
That's the whole Sylvanas thing, right? People want her redeemed because she's been a bitch recently.
Look around you!
What makes you believe you're not just a weapon to achieve his ends?
Enough! Join our cause, or be made to serve.
Right now, you hold all the power. Make your choice, Sylvanas Windrunner.
Despite all our efforts, the Maw continues to grow. What if Denathrius' treachery is irreparable? The Primus is lost, and Bastion cannot save the Shadowlands alone.
Bastion? He's gonna roll in tank form.
Perhaps the Winter Queen could...
My Archon, a living soul seeks an audience.
A mortal?
A king.
Yep, here I am, bitches!
By all our measures, one who has spent his life striving for justice.
Anduin?
One who would give anything to serve his people. One whose heart is true.
Who was that, Uther?
Very well.
I know some stuff. Just not a ton. But World of Warcraft is pretty like... You know some stuff even if you've never played it. It's just such a big pop culture thing, you know?
My Ascended have spoken of you. The king, held captive in the Maw.
That prison could not hold me forever.
Why have you come to Bastion?
You have a key that I need.
You will release this soul from your grasp.
No. He is bound to me. Just as you once sought to bind your own brother.
Well, you motherfuckers are dumb to let him in. If this is a power that some evil dude has, wouldn't you expect this?
The vessel performed its part flawlessly. 3 keys remain. Then they will see. Death was never meant to be chained.
Cool. Cool ass cutscene. Did enjoy. The more awaits.
That is so intense. I know you probably have a lot of questions about what you just saw and what it means for the next stage of your Shadowlands journey. Later
Think
today,
it means
my
shit's
teammates
fucked,
Ian
y'all.
and Jeremy will be telling you more about Chains of Domination in our Shadowlands update. Please check out the World of Warcraft channel to find out more.
Yeah, that's a little bit more
Next,
than I am willing to
I'm
do.
excited to share our upcoming World of Warcraft charity pet program. We've heard a lot from our community about how much they love these pets and the opportunity to give to a good cause, along with ideas to make the program even better. So during this upcoming campaign, you'll be able to donate whatever amount you wish to directly support our chosen charity. Once donations reach our goal, everyone playing World of Warcraft will get a pet for their collection as a thank you, whether you were able to contribute personally or not. And to make this a fun challenge,
I mean, that does kind of incentivize
everyone
people
gets a
to
second
not
pet too.
donate.
And here they
if
are.
they'll get the pet regardless of if they donate
First
or
pet
not.
is Bananas. Literally. He was originally available to a select few back in Burning Crusade era, so we're excited to give everyone a chance to adopt him.
I feel like they'd
if
make
we
more
reach our
money for
stretch
charity
goal, you'll
if
also
everyone
get
had to pay a
Daisy
bit.
the Sloth.
Not like much.
She's an all-new pet.
A fairly small amount, so that everyone is
when you need a hug.
incentivized to pay
Your
it,
donations
and then
during this
everyone paying the small
campaign
amount
go
will
to
make a ton of
support
money.
The medical humanitarian
I don't know.
organization
Is that just me?
Doctors Without Borders.
That's good.
Also known by their French name, Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF. They're an amazing group doing important work.
Why do we
around
need
the
their
world.
French name as well?
We're grateful to have such a generous community, and we hope you'll help support this worthy cause.
Can we hear their name in
We'll be
fucking
sharing
German as well?
details about
Maybe.
the charity pet program
maybe
on
Icelandic?
the World of Warcraft website soon. So we've talked quite a bit about Shadowlands. Classic players, now it's your turn. It's my pleasure to hand off to my teammate, Holly Longdale. She's a longtime WoW player, a veteran MMO developer, and she's going to tell us what's in store for WoW Classic.
Oh, what could it be? I wonder where they'll take the story of WoW Classic. Oh my god. It's a big reveal. What could possibly come next? Is it the first expansion?
Hi, everybody. First, I'd like to thank all of you who have ever been part of the WoW community over the years. You know, online worlds like WoW have been a huge part of our lives for decades now. As a dedicated MMO fan and a developer myself,
Dedicated
I remember
MMO
hearing
fan.
that Blizzard
I
was going
bet
to
she
be making
prefers
their
Final
own
Fantasy
MMO.
XIV
And I
to the
thought,
one she works
well,
on.
I guess I'll check out that beta. And sure, we all call the game WoW, but really,
Wow.
I could not believe I got bit by the MMO bug again. I was so excited to be able to make a night elf hunter and be like that famous dark elf ranger from the books that I loved. I have to tell you, Azeroth was, and still is, a place I love to live. Since last year, I've had the great honor to work alongside the WoW Classic team to bring these nostalgic experiences back to life for longtime fans and a whole new generation of players. As a fan myself, I've had so much fun in WoW. From the simple things like drive-by buffing or making friends on that long haul from Teldrassil to Ironforge, all the way to the absolutely staggering, like when I jumped blindly through the Dark Portal and was running through Hellfire Peninsula, heard this terrifying noise, and then saw the Fell Reaver. Biggest roamer I had ever seen, and I was very glad I had feigned death in that moment. And that's the thing about WoW. These stories and experiences we all share keep us coming back time after time. With that said, I'm super excited to be able to share with you where our adventures are taking us next.
Why are they building it up like it's a secret? Gee, I wonder if they're going to do something completely different to WoW Classic in WoW Classic. Oh, I don't know, man.
You dare enter my realm.
That's pretty. That is a pretty place.
Your foolishness has brought you to this end. Take my blood and choke on it.
Death to the outsiders!
I'll turn your world upside down.
You are not prepared.
He said the line! He said the line! Everybody clap! He said the line! You are not prepared!
Brings back so many memories, right? Like exploring the fungal forests of Zangarmarsh, or being awestruck at the chaotic magic alive in Netherstorm, the Draenei in Exodar, the Blood Elves in Silvermoon.
I wonder why that
love
line
playing
became
them
so
both.
iconic.
Do you choose to enlist
You
the Eldar
are
or
not
the Scryers
prepared.
to fight the Legion?
I don't know.
And of course, we can't
It's a cool
forget
line and a cool
gathering
character, I guess.
all your friends
But like the fact
to
that it's
fight
reached
Illidan
such
at the
meme
top
status
of the Black Temple.
needs
I can't
something.
wait
What's
to
the
relive it
special
all with you.
ingredient that
Since
caused
the
that?
team first set out on their own quest to bring the original WoW back to life, we have learned a ton about what players are expecting from this kind of experience.
They're expecting the
We've also
classic,
learned
the classic
when
experience.
to keep things just as they were, and where we all might be open to some changes. We're bringing all these lessons into Burning Crusade Classic, with our primary goal to bring back the same feeling you had when you faced the Fel Reaver for the first time, or when you were digging through piles of Felhound poop. Of course, we can't get this right without you, our incredible community. Soon, you'll be able to revisit Outland yourself when beta starts and tell us what you think. Later, all WoW Classic players are going to be presented with a meaningful choice for each one of your beloved characters. Do you want to move on into Burning Crusade Classic? Or do you want to stay in the original Classic era forever?
Interesting.
Whatever you decide, you can do it all with your one WoW subscription. Now, I know I've thrown a lot at you, but don't worry. We'll be getting into the details in our panel later
I'm curious,
today.
she said
So
forever.
Stick with us.
Do you want to
We'll
move on
make
into
sure
Burning
you
Crusade or stay
are
in the original
prepared.
forever? So is
And
that a
now
one-time
we're gonna
deal?
hear what's coming up
If you
in
if you
Hearthstone.
choose to stay there, then you can never go forward. Okay, now this is something I'm actually invested in. What's the next expansion? This is Darkmoon Faire. This is the expansion that came out a few months ago.
Greetings. We're truly excited to share with you everything that's coming to Hearthstone this year. But first, let's take a quick look back.
You pronounce it as
at the year
Hearthstone?
Of the Phoenix.
Ugh.
We added our
Hearthstone.
first new
Hearthstone, mate.
the Demon Hunter, and ventured into the ruthless.
They added the Demon Hunter and
Then,
created the
we went to
worst
Scotland's
face decks in the
capital. We got
history
to
of the
explore
world.
Dual class cards. and
Games
their
ending
powerful
on
synergy.
turn 5.
And with our third expansion of the year,
Face is the
we've
place.
Hearthstone's biggest update ever, alongside the menacing old gods in Madness at the
Fucking
Darkmoon
love the
Faire.
old gods, man. There's a card
brand
which,
new
when you
game.
play it, there's a
Duel.
5% chance
more than
that
10
it
million
casts
matches
10 damage
first
spells randomly across the
We
board
also
until
introduced
one
our
player
long-awaited
dies.
achievement system
Just like
and
5%
made a
chance to instantly end the game, and it could go
overhaul
either
to the
way.
rewards and progression
Funny
within
as
the
hell.
game. Now, it's time to say farewell to the Year of the Phoenix and see what's in store for
Bye, Year of
Hearthstone
the
this year.
Phoenix.
Welcome to the Year
Of the
Griffin.
cabbage. Ah, close.
Over the last couple of years, we've made big changes to Hearthstone. Throughout the Year of the Griffin, we want to keep delivering fun, new experiences.
Can we just
And
pretend
make
it's the
sure
Year of the
that
Cabbage?
the tens of millions of
I feel
you
like it's funnier.
playing Hearthstone are always excited to log in. First up, we'll be giving the standard format its biggest shake-up ever.
Yeah, they announced
with
this
the
in a
launch
blog
of
post
the core set
like a week ago.
Later this year.
The core set.
The core set replaces the old basic and classic sets.
This
with
is a very good
collection
change.
Of 235 cards made up of some of the best from throughout the year.
235 cards
As
and
well as
free for
29
everyone.
awesome
Which
brand
definitely
new
lowers
cards.
the barrier for entry.
And the best thing about the core set is that it's entirely free. So, there's never been a better time to get
Now,
into
of course, there will be
Hearthstone.
plenty of cards that are
Here
not in the
three
core
of
set, which will be
Hearthstone's
vital
legendary
for
dragons,
specific
reimagined
decks, but
to feel more up to date and
it's much
competitive
better than it
for
currently
modern-day
is.
Hearthstone.
Ysera the Dreamer?
You'll finally receive her full arsenal of dream cards right away.
Ooh,
She's a
that's
nightmare
interesting.
For your opponents.
That is interesting.
Malagos
Draw
the
spells until
Spell
your
Lord.
hand is full.
He'll fill your hand with
Okay.
spells and is a powerful
But you're
late game
drawing
player,
them, so they have to already be in your deck.
worthy of the aspect of magic. And finally, everyone's favorite Black Dragon.
Deathwing the Destroyer. Destroy all other
He's still
minions.
as destructive as
Discard
ever,
a card for
but
each
timed
destroyed.
correctly, He won't leave
Ooh.
you empty-handed.
Ooh, that's a big improvement on the
Also
original
be launching
Deathwing.
a brand new
The
format,
original Deathwing destroyed all other
where you
minions,
can play
but
Hearthstone
discarded your
as it
entire
was
hand.
when it first launched. The classic format will be fully supported, complete with
Yeah,
ranks
fuck that. I
and
don't know why. I
rewards
don't know what
using
the fucking
Hearthstone's original
obsession
set of cards.
with classic modes
So,
is at the moment.
If you want to
But
relive the
classic
old school
Hearthstone
experience,
compared to
then
now,
classic is the
classic
place for you.
Hearthstone where
With classic
nothing
revisiting the
had
past.
been balanced
Now,
well.
Let's take a look to the future.
I don't know why you'd
Explore
want to
the
play
first
that.
expansion of the year of the Griffin.
Okay, what is it? Give it to me. I'm actually excited. This is
For a hero of the Horde, all roads lead to the crossroads. You have come for adventure. But the Barons wants to break you. Your axe must be sharp. Your wits must be keen. And your heart must be mighty.
Sign me up.
Strength and honor. This is who we are.
Forged in the Barrens. Okay, okay. Now show me some fucking legendaries, please.
That's right. We're headed to one of Warcraft's most iconic locales, the Barrens. And we'll come face to face with the heroes that inhabit it. Starting with one of the Horde's most iconic and well-known characters. A
Dave.
fierce loyalist, one-time war chief that embodies the honor, loyalty,
Thrall?
and spirituality of the Horde. Shadowhunter Vol'jin.
Ah, Vol'jin.
Shadowhunter Vol'jin is
Choose a
neutral
minion,
legend
swap it with a
that
random
allows
one
you
in its
to either
owner's
bolster your
hand.
own
Ooh, you can fuck
or
with people with
weaken
that.
of your opponent.
That could be fun in Priest. That could be really
to
fun in
celebrate
Priest.
the announcement of Forged in the Barrens, this card is available for free for
Poggers!
everyone later today.
Poggers!
So log into Hearthstone and claim your free copy of Shadowhunter Vol'jin.
That is actually,
And
that is gonna
as a bonus,
fuck up some combo decks.
We're also giving away the brand new 30 Years of Blizzard card back.
Oh damn, that's actually really nice card back.
Next, we have another hero of the Horde who is making his first appearance in Hearthstone.
Well, I won't know his name then.
The legendary
Nope,
Blade
never heard of
Master,
him. Rush
Shamura,
Frenzy. Deal
featuring
damage equal to
the
his
new
minions attack to
keyword,
all enemy minions.
Frenzy.
What is Frenzy? Frenzy's
Frenzy
new.
activates the first time a minion takes damage and survives. In Samuro's case,
Ah.
this can be used to clear your opponent's
Take
board.
damage and
Heroes
survive.
of the Horde, like Samuro, are famous for their combat prowess. But
Interesting.
others, like Thrall,
I mean, that's
are
going to
known for
be
their powerful
obviously best on
elemental
rush
magic.
minions that can immediately, like,
Take
attack.
a look at this new Shaman spell.
Deal 2 damage to a
Chain
minion
Lightning.
and a random adjacent one. Upgrades
Chain
when you have
Lightning is a
5
spell
mana.
in a new cycle of cards that rank up and become more powerful when you have 5 and 10 mana, ensuring that they're always useful at every stage.
And it stays
in
the
game.
same mana cost when it upgrades. That is
You'll
key.
also notice that they're categorized as nature spells. With Forged in the Barrens, we'll be permanently introducing spell schools across the
What?
entire game, which enables a whole host of exciting new strategies.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And don't worry, members of the Alliance will be featuring some of your most beloved heroes and locales later this year. But what I love most about the Warcraft universe is its amazing characters. And our final announcement is our most ambitious addition to Hearthstone yet. It introduces a brand new way to play with your favorite heroes.
Oh yeah?
Hearthstone Mercenaries.
Oh yeah?
Mercenaries features strategic RPG gameplay, where you build teams consisting of some of the most iconic heroes and villains from the Warcraft universe.
Oh yeah?
Including timeless characters like the infamous Sylvanas Windrunner, and Ragnaros, the elemental lord of fire. You can also expect to see some of Hearthstone's fan favorites, like the unstoppable Devilsaur, King Crush, and the ever-growing Gruul the Dragon Slayer.
Fucking Gruul.
You'll lead them in battle through highly replayable roguelike missions, where the map is randomly generated every time you play, and each node represents a unique challenge for your team to take on. Your heroes gain levels, new abilities, equipment, and can even evolve into more powerful versions of themselves.
Sweet.
We're thrilled to finally show you
This sounds cool.
It is scheduled to launch later this year, and we'll have more to share with you down the road.
Oh, so it's not coming with the expansion then. Feels bad.
But
that does sound interesting. RPG
so
Hearthstone.
Tune in to our deep dive panel after the opening ceremony, where we'll share more details on the core set, the new classic format, Forged in the Barrens, and our plans for Battlegrounds and Duels, as well as our upcoming single-player content. I want to thank the team for their amazing work. And on behalf of all of us at Hearthstone, we want to thank the many millions of you who play our game. Your dedication and support is what drives us to make awesome updates and pursue ambitious and fun ideas. We can't wait to kick off the Year of the Griffin with all of you. And we
Year
hope
of the
to see you in
Cabbage.
the game
Get it
soon.
right.
Next up, you'll get an update on all things Diablo.
Diablo 2 Resurrected, Diablo Immortal, and Diablo 4. There's a whole fuckload of Diablo stuff coming.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for joining us. I am so excited to kick off the Diablo segment of our show, and I am honored to be here on behalf of all of our Diablo teams to share the news and updates we have in store for you today.
We've got a lot of Diablo to cover, and I hope you'll agree with me that it's a great time to be a member of this community. All right, let's kick things off with Diablo 4. We first shared our game with you during Blizzcon of 2019, and we've been truly humbled by your response.
We've kept in touch through quarterly updates and sincerely appreciate the thoughts and valuable feedback you've provided as we unveil
You're
more
welcome.
and more of the game
I've provided none.
and share in its development.
After all, Diablo belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. Most recently, we teased an update to our campfire screen, and savvy fans, of course, understood that we meant more than just the character lighting and fire visual effects. That's right. Today, we're happy to announce a brave new soul joining the barbarian, the sorcerer, and the druid on this dangerous journey back to Sanctuary. A class is one of the most exciting things you can announce in a Diablo game.
So please be excited.
This
Please
one
be
is
excited. I
especially
beg you.
exciting to me, as it's a
Stop thinking
re-envisioning
about,
of one of
do you
the
not have
first
phones
classes to
when
ever
you see
appear in the
Diablo up
series.
here?
Let's have a look.
No, stop thinking about, is this some out of season April Fool's joke? No, please be excited.
Your prayers do not fall on deaf ears. Just know they are being heard. There is justice within the light, but you have to be patient. Now, pray with me.
We're introducing the Clown class.
May he shepherd my soul.
Clown jumps in, huge clown shoes, massive wig, painted face. What's up, bitches?
Mercy. What are you doing here? This is not the time.
But this is confession.
I confess I have
Sinned.
no idea what's going on.
I was a thief who stole from those more fortunate. I strayed from your light and found my trade in the shadows. They call it murder. I say, job well done.
That looks painful.
I am a thief, a heretic, a murderer, Father.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
You mock our light. But those monsters were a scourge upon my flock. And you were the answer to their prayers.
Then we are settled, and you owe me.
The name you seek is... Thank the heavens for you.
Heavens? I assure you, Father, the heavens didn't send me.
Visually, there were some very cool abilities there. However, Rogue is certainly my least favorite class archetype in anything. Like, even in Hearthstone, the Rogue class is my least played by a million miles. I'm not into the whole vibe of rogues. So, oh, what? Forgive yourself, Father, for you have fucking sinned. Ear fetish much?
Just the sound of that ear getting pierced by the hook is so brutal. I feel like it's gonna haunt me for a long time. I've been a huge fan of the Rogue ever since the original Diablo. Even seeing them come back as NPCs and mercenaries.
I've been a huge fan of the Rogue ever since the game
as a great bridge
Rogue.
between the games. With the setting of Diablo 4 being a larger world than we've ever played in before, we're excited to show you not just what the successors to the original Rogues
It's
in the
funny how
series
often we
have been up
name
to since the
genres
fall of the
after
Order,
a single game
but also with some
that
of the other Rogues
was
in the
like
world of
the first
Sanctuary
one in that
might
genre.
look like.
It's
The
kind of
mantra for
like,
Diablo 4
can we not come up
has
with a
been
better name?
customization first.
Like, oh,
And the
this
Rogue
game's called
takes us
Rogue.
to a whole
We'll
new
name
level.
this genre
From the
Rogue-like.
beginning, the
Oh,
Rogue has been
this
an
game's Dark
incredibly
Souls.
flexible class,
We'll name this
able
genre
to adapt to any
Souls-like.
situation. Our goal is to let
This
you
is a
create
bit of a
the kind
combination
rogue
between
that you wanna
Metroid and
Whether it's
Castlevania.
an
We'll
unrivaled
really think
archer
outside the box for this
modeled
one,
after
lads.
the original Sisterhood, or a
Metroidvania.
cloak and dagger rogue from the darkest alleys of Chaldeum. In Diablo 4, you will have the freedom to create the rogue that you imagine by customizing
I
the
imagine
looks,
not playing
the
a rogue,
background,
so
and the
thank you very
playstyle
much
of your character.
for giving me that option.
Please stick
Even though I
around for
probably
our segment later today,
won't play this
where I'll
because
be
I haven't
joined
played
by
the
other
others.
members
So
of the Diablo 4 team to share a closer look at the rogue.
I don't know.
class,
I actually have no
as
idea.
well
Does the
as some of
story?
the open world
Does Diablo's
gameplay that
story
we're bringing to the
continue on through the games?
Spoilers: those severed ears are not just for show.
They're also his
But
fetish.
Diablo 4 is not the
Oh
only
boy,
Diablo game we're talking
it's
about today.
microtransaction
If you're looking
Diablo.
for an authentic Diablo
Here
experience
comes
on
the
mobile,
money.
We've got you
Money,
covered.
money, 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 money,
Diablo
money,
Immortal
money.
has everything
Dollar,
you'd
dollar.
expect from a AAA action RPG. From the visceral combat and epic loot to an all-new story, bridging the gap.
An all-new store where you can buy.
Later today, you can join the Immortal team, where they'll talk about some of the things they've learned from their recent alpha test and what's next for the game.
We've learned people fucking hate microtransactions,
We have one
so
last
we're
bit
putting
of
in
very
more
exciting Diablo news to cover.
for the banter.
When you hear us talk about the classes, the items, or the stories of the early Diablo
Here's
games,
Diablo 2 Resurrected.
you may have picked up on the absolute reverent tone we reserve for that golden era of Diablo.
Maybe you share that love of the classics. And
I'm
just
afraid I
hearing us
don't.
talk about them makes you want to take on Mephisto or Baal one more time.
Mephisto?
Or maybe even for the first time. After all,
Is
some
this
of our favorite moments
some other thing
happened a long
that
time
I'm
ago,
not going to
and
talk
not
about,
just in
but
Sanctuary
people may know what I'm talking about because it's
If
current
so,
in pop
we
culture?
have a special surprise for you today.
Let's check it out.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm keeping quiet. Oh boy, I wonder what it could be. Could it be Diablo 2 Resurrected?
Now you know what I seek, Marius. Were these the demons from... Don't do it! It seems not not acceptable of us to me. Arise, Diablo, Lord of Terror.
Fuck, Diablo's been around longer than Warcraft? Didn't know that.
Though this be our darkest hour, it may yet be your greatest moment.
Yeah, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. That is a significant remastering. Cool. Paul Tassi is somewhere creaming himself. If you know who he is a huge Diablo
After more
fan.
than 20 years, the Dark Wanderer
Someone
has
whose
returned.
work I read quite
Once
frequently.
again, he travels east. Always
Oh
east.
god, you're back.
Diablo 2 is a landmark game for Blizzard. Diablo 2 Resurrected is a full HD remaster of both the original game and the expansion, Lord of Destruction. It takes the 2D sprite-based classic that we love and brings it into the present in 3D, utilizing up-to-date graphical rendering and lighting technologies. It also includes modernizing all 27 minutes of cinematics, recreated shot for shot with the explicit intention of preserving both the look and the pacing of the original movies. Blizzard has a
Man,
long
they really
history of games
are taking
that we're
pains
proud
to
of.
say, we're really
And
proud
when
of
we
this, we're
think
really
about
trying to keep it the
Diablo
same.
2, we
Does
think
Diablo
about
2 have like a
as the
rabid
definitive
fucking fan
pillar
base that are going
in our
to
foundation.
liquidate his balls if
Now,
they don't pay due
Funny to
reverence
think that some
or
of
something?
you weren't even born when D2 was released, which makes it all the more important that we deliver an authentic experience.
When did it say? 20 years ago.
Wherever you play.
I was born when it
We
released.
want everyone
I just didn't play it.
to relive their memories or experience the game for the very first time on their platform of choice. And so we're
So
excited.
here's the thing, if
to
you wanted
bring
me to experience
Diablo
it, you'd
2
have to
Resurrected,
bring the first one out as well.
PC and console, along with cross progression. And for those of you
Cross progression's good.
who are in love with the original, and you just wish it worked more seamlessly on modern computers, you can bring back all of that nostalgia exactly as you remember, and enjoy the game in its original 2D form, much like we did with StarCraft Remastered. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. Later today, Diablo speedrunner Mr. Llama will host a roundtable
Mr. Llama,
with members
what a
of the
nice
development
name.
team on the dedicated Diablo channel. If you are a Diablo 2 fan, I encourage you to take a look.
Have you got any fucking Overwatch news for me, dickhead?
From Diablo 2 Resurrected to Burning Crusade Classic.
I swear, they haven't. They haven't got any Overwatch 2 news. At all.
A whole lot of looking back.
At all.
And while we have teams dedicated to bringing these timeless experiences into your hands, it's actually a very small percentage of our developers working on these projects.
Wait, are we gonna...
Far more people are working on the future of
Yes, yes, okay.
And in addition,
Now you're speaking my language.
What we'll be talking about during the show.
Overwatch 2?
We can't wait to tell you even more about our plans over the course of this year and beyond. If you had asked us
Okay,
30
never
years
mind.
ago
They're not actually
what
saying
gaming would
anything
look
now.
like today,
I can't believe
none of us
they
could have
announced Overwatch
predicted
2
the current
so long
Blizzard
ago.
lineup of games. The advances
And then,
in technology are
fuck
one
all
thing,
since then.
but it's really
And then
what those
they
advances
still don't have
have
anything to
enabled
say
that's even more
at their
incredible.
once
If
per
you think
year
about the
big
people
event.
who play games
Really?
and the
Really?
communities that have
You
grown
don't
up
even
around
have a bone to
the
throw
way
me.
People can connect instantly, no matter where they are.
Blizz
plus. The way
plus.
people are increasingly able to express their identity and celebrate who
That is a very nice McCree.
through
That
their
is my
favorite
favourite McCree I've
games,
ever seen.
communities, and platforms. The explosion of things like
Hey,
streaming,
Regis!
cosplay.
We like
these-
Regis.
It would have been hard to imagine any of that 30 years ago. And at Blizzard, that is what excites us about the next 30 years. There is so much. that we're working on.
much.
Some
Oh
of
my
it you
god,
already know
there's
about.
so much.
The rest, we look forward to talking to you about it when the time is right. Just like the real world, the worlds of Warcraft, Diablo,
I'm
Starcraft,
in shock.
Heroes of
I'm
the
shocked they have
Overwatch,
nothing
and
to
Hearthstone
say about
are
Overwatch.
diverse,
Nothing.
expansive, and full of potential. We are not only iterating on the experiences that you've come to expect from us, we're also exploring
New
different
monetization
ways to express our
options with
world.
Diablo Immortal.
Welcome
Yeah,
more
boy!
players
Making
from more
that
places
dollar.
into them. And we
Mobile
aspire
games.
to continue
Doesn't
to lead
everyone love
on
them?
priorities like accessibility and toxicity.
Aren't we all super glad
and to continue supporting causes
that
that
they're
have a
putting
positive
resources
impact
into
on the real
mobile?
world. We want to continue to bring those same feelings of joy and achievement that we all felt when we first defeated the Lich King, or beat Diablo on hardcore mode. Because when we geek out on those experiences with others, we can't help but see the similarities between us and feel what's possible when we play together. Of course, there are new Blizzard worlds that we haven't visited quite yet. And when we do finally unveil those games and experiences, our hope is that you will see in them what we do. That no matter who
Cash.
you are or where you're from, they are spaces where you can create new stories.
When he says new
forge
Blizzard
new
worlds, does he mean like
and make
actual
memories
new
worthy
IP? Like
of lasting
Overwatch was a
lifetime.
new IP?
And through it
Because
all,
that's 5 years old now.
our mission
I think.
statement of being dedicated to creating the most epic entertainment experiences ever, along with our core values, led by gameplay first, will continue to guide our way. So on behalf of everyone at Blizzard, thank you for being on this journey. For me personally, it is the honor of my professional life
To make
serve
millions
and the honor
as the
of all
CEO
us
of
at
this
Blizzard
company.
to be the caretakers of the worlds that you play in.
Sucking that
We
Activision
are
D.
so excited for what's to come this year, next year, and the next 30 years. Now,
Don't forget
what's
that
coming next for the
Activision's
show?
absolutely gutted
Well,
Blizzard,
it depends on
telling
where
them to
you
produce
watch.
things faster with lower
For
budgets,
those of you looking
getting
for an
rid of the
update on
people that made
Overwatch,
Blizzard what it was.
check out the
You know,
behind-the-scenes look
just
into the
don't
development
forget that whilst
of
we're...
Overwatch 2 over on their dedicated channel right after the conclusion of opening ceremonies.
Wait, did I just hear? I was
There,
talking
you'll
shit
hear
about you, and you
Overwatch
mentioned
2,
Overwatch
new
2.
content, new features, including new maps, hero missions, talent trees, and more of what we think will make Overwatch 2 a unique gameplay experience. For World of Warcraft,
Well, shit.
Diablo, and Hearthstone,
Started talking
you'll
about that
get
right as I
a
started
closer
chatting
look on
fucking
their
shit about you.
respective channels.
How dare you?
And
I didn't
on the
hear when he... Is that
dedicated
happening
strategy
now?
channel,
I'm gonna have to fucking...
StarCraft Legends
look around when this wraps up. Because I want Overwatch news. Why wouldn't you put it in your fucking opening ceremony?
Be good to one another. Welcome home. Before we kick things off, here's a little something from a previous BlizzCon headliner.
Pardon? A what? A previous... what? Eh? What are we doing? Is that the end? I guess that's the end. That's saying that in 5 minutes' time, there will be an animation. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I guess we're done. Because, I mean, I'm not gonna just sit here and chat shit for 5 minutes waiting for some animation that I don't even know if I'll be interested in seeing. So, overall, Hearthstone stuff I like. The World of Warcraft stuff looked interesting, but obviously I don't play it. Diablo stuff, I don't really know much about it, and I don't particularly care. What else did they talk about? Wasn't there one other thing? They didn't say anything about Overwatch. They didn't say anything about StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm. What other stuff do they have? Oh, they announced that like classic pack thing. Yeah, overall, I mean, yeah. Hearthstone stuff good. The rest I'm met on because I don't play them. But curious to hear your thoughts. What did you think was good? What are you as mad as I am that they just completely fucked off Overwatch 2? You know what's even worse is that like when they announced it, they said we're not going to give you any new characters or maps or anything in Overwatch 1 until Overwatch 2 comes out because we're putting all our development time into that. And at the time, people were like, okay, because it's only, you know, you're announcing it now. It's only about a year away, right? And that was a year and a half ago. And it's not coming out this year. So, like, are they sticking to that? They're not going to put out any new characters or maps or anything for the original for, like, 2.5 years, potentially? Because that's how you get a dead game, Blizzard. That is how you kill Overwatch. Because previously, they were like, I think it was like once every 3 months, maybe once every 4 months. It was like, here's a new character, here's a new map, whatever. Like, it kind of blows my mind that they would continue to not update it at all, apart from like new events where you can buy more skins. Woo! Yeah, are they seriously sticking to that? I don't know. Crazy stuff. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know what we'll be reacting to next. We did the Nintendo Direct the other day, and then I said I don't know what we'll be reacting to next, completely forgetting that BlizzCon was like 2 days away or whatever. So maybe there is another big thing coming up in 2 days' time that I've also completely forgotten, but I don't think there is, so it might be a while. We shall see. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the reaction, the video, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time for, maybe it'll be E3 stuff next time. Who knows? We'll see. Thanks again. See you then.